This message is for those of you out there who have been feeling stuck. You know that God has spoken to you about relocating, moving to another city, state, or even another country. But because of fear, but because of all the reasons and excuses that is coming to your mind, you have decided to delay the decision, delay the move, or even brush it off into the back of your mind. But I'm going to share with you some clear signs that it is definitely time for you to move, to relocate. One of those signs is you feel uninspired, unmotivated where you are. Doesn't matter what you try to do, where you go out to, you just don't feel motivated. You don't feel inspired or excited. Clear sign number 2. It's difficult for you to start and follow through with some new goals. Every time you start to try to move towards a new goal or direction, you don't end up following through. And I can tell you why this is. It's because deep down you know that you already want to be in a new city, that you wanted to do these goals in a new place. Therefore, you're sabotaging yourself by not following through with these goals, because you know that you should already be in that new city or new country. Sign number 3. Do you find yourself wanting to withdraw from your family and your friends? And it's not out of fear or anything like that. It's just, you just have this sense that you just don't want to hang out with them, that you don't want to hang out with those friends anymore, that you don't really want to see your family either. This can be a clear sign that it's time for you to move to another location. Another clear sign, you don't want to make any plans and you no longer feel excited when you go out, whether that is going out with friends, going to a cafe, going to do activities in your city, whatever those plans may be, you just find yourself not feeling excited about it. So once you notice that this may be you and you are experiencing all these signs, just as I was, I want to encourage you. It doesn't matter how long you may have put this idea in the back of your mind, how long this plan of yours may have been delayed, but it's definitely time for you to give yourself a chance to relocate and move to that new city, that new country that God has told you to move to. If you were like me, I knew that I wanted to move to a new city. Actually, it was for years. And I used to brush it off into the back of my mind. And I kept coming up with all the reasons why I couldn't move yet, why I had to stay in this city, why it was better for me because I had a child. All these reasons coming to my mind that ultimately kept me in that cycle where I mentioned before, with all those signs that it was time to move. So basically, I was just keeping myself miserable, holding myself back from the new opportunities, the new environment, holding myself back from moving forward and experiencing what else there is out there for me. Some of the fears and the doubts that may be coming to your mind is, what are your family going to think about this? What are your friends going to think? How are you going to afford it? Where are you going to live? What if it doesn't work out for you? You don't know anyone in that new city or country. Why bother? Because you have all this family and friends currently where you are. I want to tell you why you should bother. Because right now, if you were anyone like me, you probably feel miserable, depressed, uninspired, unmotivated, and like you're kind of stagnated in the same spot. And the reason why you're not moving anywhere is because of all those feelings that you're feeling. So my question to you would be, do you want to remain in the same spot? Do you want to remain miserable at the expense of pleasing your family, pleasing your friends? Do you want to remain in that city because you feel secure, safe? It's your comfort zone. But at the same time, that comfort zone may be hurting you. Regardless, it doesn't matter what kind of person you are, whether you are someone who is able to step out in complete faith without making a plan, or someone who needs to make a bit of a plan before moving, I want to encourage you to try. If it doesn't work out, at least you know and you can say that you gave it a try. You picked yourself up from that spot and you moved to that country. You moved to that city. That is probably more than what your family could say or your friends could say. Follow what God is telling you to do. Follow what is going to make you happy. The consequences, if you choose to remain in that location that you're at now, is prolonging that misery, prolonging those feelings of depression, and prolonging that stagnancy that you are experiencing. So take a chance on yourself. Take a risk, whether it works out or not. But if God is leading you to move, the chances are it is going to work out. Yes, it might be scary. Yes, it might be difficult. Yes, it may not go how you had imagined or the way that you planned out in your mind. But it's going to be good for you. It's going to be new, and it's going to help you to come out of feeling miserable and depressed and stagnated.